Hello and welcome to EZGlutenFree. Today we're making these impressive looking braised artichokes with a meat, breadcrumb, and pecorino stuffing that makes them the perfect appetizer or first course to a holiday meal. And I'm also using that same braising liquid and the artichoke stems to make a beautiful lemony pasta as an added course to this meal. Now to prep those artichokes, cut a thin slice from the stem bottom, then remove any leaves along that stem and continue moving up and rotating as you go until you have the entire first row of leaves removed. Then cut off the stem at the base so the artichoke can easily stand up in the roasting pan. Have a cut lemon handy to rub over all the cut surfaces to keep them from turning brown. Now peel the stem with a vegetable peeler or knife, and once all the outer surface is removed, slice it thinly on the bias and set the pieces aside to be used in the baking process. But remember to toss them with a little lemon juice too. And I've also got a sliced garlic clove here that I'll be adding at the same time. Now cut the top ½ inch off the artichoke, then use a scissors to trim the sharp points from the tip of every remaining leaf and rub those cut surfaces with lemon. Now bring a pot of salted water to a boil and blanch the artichokes for 15 minutes. Now to make the filling, I've got 6 ounces of ground beef here, and to that I'm adding 1 cup of fresh breadcrumbs that I've toasted in a dry skillet for a few minutes, a ½ cup of pecorino romano cheese, the zest of a lemon, and 1 crushed clove of garlic, 2 tablespoons of parsley, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and some crushed red pepper flakes, salt, and pepper to taste. Now stir it all together using 2 large forks to break apart the meat and keep the stuffing light and airy versus compacting the meat together with the other ingredients. Then drain and cool the artichokes, but reserve the water in the pot on a low simmer so it'll be hot when it's added to the roasting pan. And at this point, the artichokes should be more pliable, and you can pry the leaves open, and once you get to the center, you could remove the tiny leaves that still have their sharp points by loosening them with a teaspoon, then pulling them out with your fingers. And once they're both done, divide the filling in half and loosely work it down into each of the leaves. Take your time and try to make sure you have at least a little filling in every leaf. And when you're happy with your efforts and you have them both done, prepare the baking dish by adding about 1½ cups of the salted boiling artichoke liquid, a ½ cup of white wine, the sliced artichoke stems and garlic, and some crushed red pepper flakes. Then give it a stir and add the artichokes into the dish. Sprinkle with a little more pecorino and a drizzle of olive oil, then cover tightly with foil and bake for 45 minutes in a preheated 375-degree oven. Then remove the foil and bake uncovered for an additional 15 to 20 minutes. And once they're out of the oven, spoon about 1 to 2 tablespoons of pan juices over each artichoke just before serving. And while they were doing that final bake, I prepared a ½ pound of penne according to the package instructions. Add about 1/3 cup of chopped parsley, a few more red pepper flakes, some thin slices of lemon, and a squeeze of fresh lemon juice, a little more pecorino. Give it a stir and you've got a delectable, bright, lemony pasta that's a perfect dish to accompany those artichokes. And when you're done with all that pasta, you can work your way around the artichoke 1 leaf at a time, with each one having a bite of that garlicky, slightly crispy, meatball-like filling, with the flavors of the artichoke itself mingling in as you use your teeth to scrape each leaf. I'm telling you folks, this whole dish is to die for. And if you need a printed copy of today's recipe, you could always visit my blog at the link below. And for brand new recipes every week, don't forget to subscribe. See you again soon.